Imagine a world where 3D printing is in every hospital.
Imagine making healthcare a lot smarter, making healthcare a lot more accessible.
A future where people with visual impairment have no restrictions, no walls, no barriers.
If you look back at the history of science and the growth and why we started thinking about rewriting in the first place, we started thinking about it particularly around human longevity and our health and how we can extend human life.
My name is Ron Gutman, the founder and CEO of HealthTap. Most of us had experiences on the internet where we search for health information, and we literally drown in this wealth of information that exists out there. But when I'm not feeling well, I want to get my healthcare immediately. I want to get it now. So HealthTap is using data and analytics and machine learning and predictive modeling to manage your health from query to cure. This is all about real-time access to healthcare. Just turn on the app. There are 100,000 doctors there that are waiting 24/7 to serve you.
Hi, Dr. Waxman. Trying to figure out if my son's cough is something I should be extremely worried about.
You can have a video conversation not only with your primary care physician, but they can call another specialist into the same conversation.
How are you?
How are you?
The way we currently access healthcare is very much 20th and 19th century. And it's time for us to move to the digital era. HealthTap is very different from anybody else in the marketplace because it's not just telemedicine. HealthTap is the first and only global health practice. We have the richest library in the world of doctor knowledge, more than 5.1 billion doctor answers on any health topic that you can imagine, now available to people everywhere around the world.
They have managed to create a medical clinic or a hospital in your phone. That real-time access to be able to speak to a physician right away, which in many instances is critically important, is a massive rewrite. The savings, both of human life and cost into the healthcare system, are phenomenal.
I'm Katie Weimer. I'm the Vice President of Medical Devices at 3D Systems Healthcare. We really are revolutionizing precision healthcare, utilizing 3D printing technologies. We're able to manufacture personalized guides and models and implants that can be used in all different types of surgeries. We typically start with a CT scan or an MRI of a patient, and we convert that into a three-dimensional digital model, so a CAD model that's a one-to-one accurate representation of the patient's anatomy. Or we can take it and do what we call virtual surgical planning, where a surgeon will actually get online before an operation and pre-plan out their surgical procedure. It allows these surgeons to practice in a completely digital environment. By the time they get to the OR, they've effectively already done the case once or twice. We were recently lucky enough to be a part of a separation of conjoined twins in New York. The surgical team used our 3D printing models and virtual surgical planning very extensively to help to decide where they actually should eventually cut the vessels to allow for separation of the brain. You can't do this with traditional manufacturing. So this is a paradigm shift in healthcare, and we're very excited to be at the forefront of it.
So this, at 3D Systems, really changes the landscape for how we handle opening the human body and performing surgery going forward. And that, to me, is what the rewrite is all about.
I'm Dr. J.R. Rizzo, founder and chief medical advisor of Tactile Navigation Tools. We build next-generation assistive technology to expand human capabilities. When I was a boy, I was diagnosed with a retinal problem, and I was told I would slowly lose my vision. Sensory deprivation could really put you in a figurative black box, unfortunately, and that's a tragedy, and we need to stop it. So we developed a number of solutions. Our electronic platform is called the Iron Man. It's a wearable technology that maps the environment in 3 dimensions.
There are 2 strobes that emit light that we can't see, but the infrared camera picks it up in order to measure distance. And then there are 2 ultrasound emitters that emit sound waves that are reflected back.
There is almost no wearable companies that are looking outward. What's happening in the environment in terms of potential hazards? And that's what we're focused on. Much like what happens in driverless car projects, Sensors are basically creating a cloud around you, and this cloud is getting an imprint of the environment and then redisplaying that back to you. And we really think that this is going to be redefining for medicine. The ripples of this device are vast in terms of really increasing the mobility for people who are sight impaired.
What's amazing about Tactile is it's beginning those first steps towards a world where there's no such thing as disability. When everyone has a challenge, whether that be vision or otherwise, we are now in a position where we can create the human being to have superpowers. For decades, science fiction had been talking about the merger of man and machine, of the ability to create cyborgs, to be something greater than was simply a human body. So we're in for deep, deep fundamental change because of the world of healthcare.